Chairman of the Maulik JaroKilo party, Mr. Sushil Gautam. Welcome to this episode of Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you.
Sushilji, most of the Nepalese youths are heading abroad, but you were in Europe. You came back to Nepal after your studies. Why?
See, I was studying in Finland, doing bachelor's in international business and master's in media management. During that time, my guru, Yugdashta Guru, Dr. Nirmal Madhyadhikari, he was working to envision Nepal as a global center, and he developed a paradigm called root and locus. And I was so impressed with that, and he was my guru, he is my guru, and I'm always willing to work with him. And one day he told me that, Sushil, we need to do something because today's Nepal's condition is worsening every day. And if we leave Nepal in this way, then Nepal's economic, political and every socio-cultural reality is getting worse and worse. So we need to protect in time. You should come back and we should work together. Then I came back to Nepal, and then I'm working in his largest network till the date.
Okay, let's talk about general youths of Nepal. It seems today's youth don't like politics, but you are in politics. What made you get into the politics?
Yeah, it's true that Nepalese youth, today's youth, they don't like politics, and most of my friends, they always blame that leaders are bad and the politics is a dirty game, this and that. Well, at some point we can see Nepal's leader, they always just doing speeches and promising but never fulfilling anything, and because of this Nepalese youth, they are not happy with Nepalese politicians, and they are heading abroad. But how long can we handle this kind of situation? If we think that Nepalese leaders are not doing well, then we should do something. It's true that if we run any business, somebody is working and we know that the person who is working in that business is not working properly, then we change, we replace someone else. The same way, we need to do something for our country. And if the politician is not working properly, then either we should come into the politics or we should be able to replace them with someone better. If we just complain and complain and complain about our politician, then there's no hope. So I request all those Nepalese youth that we should come into the politics if we think we are good people. Well, there's a bad people also, but all the good youth, youngsters should be united and come into the politics with proper theory, not ideology imported from some other country, but based on our nativeness and our ground reality. And we should work together to protect our indigenousness and our socio-cultural heritage and socio-cultural heritage and our economy.
Okay, how do you see Nepal's political and economic situation?
I think Nepal is in this year, it's 138 position in Transparency International. Nepal is one of the most corrupted country, and 1,500 youths are going abroad every day. We have the data, and we are importing 40 billion Nepalese currencies food items from India and China and Russia, some other countries. Our youths are going abroad and they are giving a remittance to Nepal's economy, and Nepalese, those who are living in Nepal, they are importing food from abroad and we are eating. And we claim that Nepal is an agriculture based country. So as long as we are an agriculture based country but importing food and surviving on the remittance, remember, we are on the verge of collapse. This is not long lasting. Sooner or later we are going to collapse. So if we are not able to act in a time, Nepal's politics, I will talk about it later. Nepal's first economy is going worse and worse, and the region of MCC, we can see that there's a huge protest going on, that foreign countries, they are always trying to undermine Nepal's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and they are trying to snatch parts of Nepal. Well, it's a nature. Those countries, they are trying to undermine Nepal's sovereignty, but if we don't work properly, then sooner or later this will going to happen. And let's talk about politics. Nepal's we had minority government, we had majority government, but as long as this kind of leaders are working, Nepal Communist Party, Nepali Congress and Raprapa, these political parties and those bunch of leaders, they are always in power, and they are always snatching each other, and they are always trying to be in a power, snatching and fighting each other. As long as we leave these kind of leaders, a bunch of leaders, and this kind of political situation and the economic worsening condition, sooner or later Nepal's politics and Nepal's economy, they are collapsing. And the dangerous part is, today in Nepal's history, it never happened in history. Today there is one kind of people are blaming the other type of people, that these kind of people came from Caucasia, Brahman, Kshetri, they came from Caucasia, and the Brahman, Kshetri, some kind of people, they are blaming the other people that they are Mongol, they came from Mongolia. So this kind of racial hatred will lead Nepal disintegrate. So sooner or later we are going to be surrounded by the chaos of civil war. So we should go with the Saharideta philosophy. Our party has the Saharideta darshan. So Saharideta philosophy is the best philosophy our country and also the global citizens, they need right now. So we are trying to implement Saharideta philosophy.
Okay, one more question. Are you satisfied with the present government performance?
We always told that no matter what they do, the ground reality of Nepal Communist Party is they always, the current Prime Minister of Nepal, KP Sharma Oli, he sometimes, once in a time, he used to be blamed for working on behalf of India. Now he is blamed, he is working on behalf of China. So this kind of condition is in Nepal right now. The current government, Nepal Communist Party, the Maoist and the MLA, Ekikrit Marxwadi Leni Party, they were before. So it was unnatural it was unnatural combination, let's say. They had only for the chair, that's just what they wanted to go to power, and that's why they combined two parties and made one. But they never were integrated properly. And today's government, let's talk about their performance. We are in a COVID-19's pandemic, in the middle of pandemic. Our government supposed to work every day, the health sector and the people who are really being victim of lockdown. The government should be curious and careful about those people, how to rescue them. Their prime motto should be like that. But the Omni scandal, and sometimes the Gokarna research scandal came up, and there's many corruption scandals, and and in the middle of pandemic there was Omni scandals. They played with public health sector, and we knew that this government, no matter what they say, how properly they speak about, they will do this and that, we never believed. and Nepalese should not believe. Even if we believe, again we give them chance that okay, maybe they are doing something better, then sooner or later our country will collapse if they continue being in the power.
Okay, how can you and your political party can solve Nepal's today's problem? Then,
We should understand what is the major problem first. See, what happened was before 2007 there was Rana regime, the family autocratic system was there, and after 2007 there was democracy, so called by the people, of the people, blah blah blah, they're supposed to be. But what happened was all those democratic, so called democratic parties, they brought foreign, the imported ideology. Nepali Congress, they brought center left, so called Prajatantrik Samajwad or center left, and the communists came, they brought ideology from Germany, and then came United Marxist Leninist, they brought ideology from Russia, and came up the Maoist, they brought from China. So what we are being is, we Nepalese are being a laboratory of foreign ideology. One leader comes and he says, no, our country should work in this way, and he shows the Russian model. And the other comes and he shows like Chinese model, we should work in the Maoist system. So Nepalese people are being a laboratory, and they bring foreign ideology, and we are being a victim of laboratory. So what we are going to do is, let's come into the reality. We should have political system, economic system, and educational system based on Nepal's socio-cultural. It should be compatible to our Nepal's social-cultural reality. That's why we have developed our state-nation theory, and we are going to implement the state-nation theory. Based on state-nation theory, our education system will be our native, our own. It has a root. It has a root in Nepal. You know, it's rooted in Nepal, and the economic system, we will bring Saharidata economy. So the current problem is not Nepalese people. The current problem is not Nepal's soil, neither Nepal's religion, nor cultural any phenomenon. Only major problem is the people who wants to do politics in Nepal. They brought foreign ideology and made Nepalese as a the guinea pig. So first we need to change this, and we should come back to the reality, and our philosophy, our political agenda, our education model, and economic model should be rooted in Nepal, and it should be Nepal's socio-cultural compatible. And first, it's our first step, and the second step is we will work small, but until the people who the ground level people who are living in Nepal, we want to use their capacity. The capacity, the term capacity I'm meaning here is, let's say there's a people called Damai, they know how to mend clothes, and there's a Kami, they know how to develop tools and technique using their own skills. So why can't we use this technique and branding them, marketing them, and make them economically capable? And why not we can be a global branding of clothing and tools and technology? So we want to work with Nepal's own skill and latest development, what has happened in the world. So we want to use both science and technology and our own cultural skills and technique. So combining those things, we want and we can prosper Nepal's economy.
Okay, at last, what do you want to tell our viewers?
Thank you for asking me in this program. I'm really happy to be in this program. And I would like to tell all those youth that how long can we wait to drink water from Melamchi? How long can we wait that our small street and our paths will be asphalted and we can walk properly. How long can we just blame leaders and just get rid of politics and we expect someday Nepal will be developed? No, it's not going to happen. Without coming into the dirty, we cannot clean the dirty. So let's come into the dirty. Let's clean this politics together, and let's not be guinea pig of imported ideology. We proud people, we Nepals and we Nepalese, never been anyone's slave. We always have proudful history. So let's repeat the same history and become Nepal's the world's global center. We have envisioned already, and we Nepalese have power to become a global leader using state nation theory. Sooner or later we will be global leader. Please know about your own root and your locus. We call it Jaro and Kilo. You should understand your JaroKilo, and then let's work together. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sushil Gautam, for joining with us.
Thank you.